What it do, YouTube? It's your boy Jay, and I'm back at it with another video. In today's video, bro, I will be telling y'all some good builds to make when the game first drop, and I will be telling y'all the reason why. Now, before we get into the video, I would like to say I'm sorry these videos is like this. My computer in the shop, the dude told me my hard drive went out on my iMac. So he said we're gonna be 180 to fix it. He done had my computer for like 6 days and I still got the 180, but he ain't fixed it yet, so I'ma just study away for him. If he don't do nothing, I'm just gonna, you know, cancel the whole thing and buy another iMac. Now look, builds you can't go wrong with making the first day 2K drop. A pure sharpshooter. Now, you can't go wrong with making a pure sharpshooter because it's no way you can make a pure sharpshooter wrong unless you make them too sharp. Now, cause a pure sharpshooter, you here to shoot, right? As you see, the dude on my team pure sharpshooter, but he ain't here to shoot. I don't know what he doing. But look, he put me in the blender too. But look, man, a pure sharpshooter you can't go wrong with making. You feel me? Now another build you can't go wrong with making is a pure scratch. Because how can you, like, honestly, how can you mess up a pure scratch? Long as you make him like a center height, how can you go wrong with making him? You feel me? You here to shoot. So you can't go wrong with making like pure archetypes because you here to do what you supposed to do. Example, you can't go wrong with making a pure slasher unless you make them too sharp. You feel me? Now, for dual archetypes, any type of rebounding center or inside center, you can't go wrong with making. You feel me? The only position you can go wrong with making is some of the point guard position. And that is because, like, say for example, and this just an example, y'all. Say for example, a sharpshooter next year can speed boost at like 6'3", and you make a 6'7" sharpshooter. You see what I'm saying? That I'm saying it like that. Like that's just an example. Like 2K, like 2K18. You feel me? A 6'2" sharpshooter can speed boost, but the other sharpshooters can't. So that's why, you feel me, I would recommend making a generic build and give people time to, you know, cheese around with the game to see what builds can, you know, secretly speed boost, or what builds can speed boost and take over. You know, just let the people that play the game 24/7, let them examine the game, you feel me, before you just make a hardcore position. Now, you can make your position, you feel me, because it's gonna be your first position. But if you wanted to make like, oh, cut this out. But if you wanted to make like a position that gonna be deadly, and you know it gonna be deadly, I would recommend making, if you a guard, like making like a pure something. So example, pure shot creator, you know. But that's just me, because think about it. How can you mess up a pure sharpshooter? Like, you just hear the whole square, right? So how can you mess that up? And another thing, centers, really, you can't even mess up a center build, period, because you here to do what you're supposed to do, right? For example, if you make a rebound and athletic finish, you here to get boys and dunks, so how can you mess that up? You feel me? Excuse me, you guys. But yeah, now, and I wanted to tell you guys this too. Like, I know a lot of people probably thinking like, 2K brought dual archetypes back, so I mean it's gonna be easier because we already know what the ratings and stuff is. No, believe me, bro, and take my word for this, they bringing back dual archetypes, but 9 times out of 10, some of the dual archetypes ain't gonna have the badges they had in 18, or they ratings gonna decrease a little bit. You feel me? Cause if you guys don't know, they had a thing that said if you was a sharpshooter, if you moved the ball too much, your 3 ball downgrade. You feel me? Or if you was a slasher and you dunking too much, you're gonna start missing dunks. Like, not like open dunks, but like dunking on people too much. You feel me? Like, I think that's stupid because you made a slasher to dunk, right? So how can you get penalized for doing what you supposed to do? For just like I'm making a sharpshooter to shoot, right? If I'm hitting, if the defense can't hold me and they leaving me open too much, why would you penalize me for taking open shots? You feel me? Now, I hope it ain't like that, because I've been looking on Twitter and Mike Wang said it. Mike Wong said it. You feel me? But hey, if you ask me, bro, any 2K can beat 18, bro. Cause I don't know what went downhill with 18. I mean, for the first couple of days, it was great, but then it got boring. But bro, like I said, man, back to the video. We just got off topic. You can't go wrong with making a pure sharpshooter. You can't go wrong with making a pure stretch. You can't go wrong with making any centers builds. Like a pure glad cleaner, you here to get boards. How can you go wrong with that? Cook this, Zach. Come here. But how can you go wrong with that? Now, you can't go wrong with making a pure shot creator. Really, you can't go wrong with making no pure point guards players. Because you here to do what you're supposed to do. But see, the dual archetype, bro, they try to trick y'all. I'm telling you, they try to trick y'all with some of the dual archetypes, bro. Like, it's like, what's the point of having a dual archetype? Unless it can speed boost. Now, if it's a speed boosting dual archetype, I can understand. But for example, or like if you just wanted to say if you make a slash and shot creator. You feel me? You want to dunk, but you know how people, when they see slasher, they play off you. So then when that shot creator kick in, you feel me? Now, this year, I don't know if it's going to be like last year, you guys. Because you know, last year, shot creator can shoot standing shots. This year, I don't know if they're going to keep it like that or they're going to make it like 17 where you had to be off the dribble. Now, for me, like, I got $100 for VC, right? I'm making a speed boosting guard. You feel me? And by the way, you guys, I got a way that you can get the prelude a day early. So instead of the 31st, you'll get it on the 30th. If my computer will ever get fixed, I got you guys with that video. Just like, yeah, I got you guys with that video, bro. Hopefully my computer will be fixed. If it ain't fixed, I'll find a way to get that video out, bro. But look, you can't go wrong with making no pure archetypes. Cause like, if you a pure archetype, you here to do what you're supposed to do. And the only reason I'm making this video, because say for example, well, I gave y'all an example about the 6'2 sharpshooters last year. Yeah, you don't want that happening again, so feel me, just make a generic build, you feel me, and make a build that can dominate, like a pure sharpshooter, pure glad clean, you feel me, make a build that you can still win with. But the thing is, just let the people that play this game find out what builds can speed boost later on. And you just make that build, bro. Go crazy. It's your boy Jay and I'm out. Peace.